Hey man, push my friend over. Not so heavy. Hello guys, and welcome to another video on the topic of force and motion. Now in the previous video, we saw how Newton defined force, right? According to him, force is something that can make a resting body move. Yeah, something like that. And also, when a golf stick strikes a ball, a force is imparted and a resting body begins to move. Apart from that, force is also something that can make a moving body come to rest. Yeah, like that. And also, when a fielder catches a cricket ball, similarly, force is also something that can change the speed and direction of motion of any object. The perfect example for this would be a batsman striking an approaching cricket ball. In this case, as you can see, both the speed and the direction of the moving ball changes. But last time, we were left wondering that whether the force that slows down moving objects is same as the force that pulls objects towards the ground. So, are the forces different from each other or are they all just same? So in this video, we are going to explore exactly that. So guys, buckle up and get ready to go into the fascinating world of the types of forces. All forces arise out of an interaction. Hey man.
Hey man.
Now, if I push my friend over. Sorry.
What the heck?
You can see that I impart a force on his body by making a contact. If there was no contact between my hand and his body, I would not have been able to impart the force, right? Similarly, if I want to pull my friend up.
Hey man, what you do?
Sorry man. You can see that once again, a contact is needed to impart the force. So, from this fun little activity between me and my friend,
Not cool man.
we can say that a contact was needed both the times, when I was pushing and when I was pulling. So, this interaction between my hand and my friend's body was possible only by the contact. But hey, this doesn't mean that all interactions need a contact. For instance, consider two magnets. Now, you know that if the same poles face each other, the magnets repel, right? So if I move one magnet, the other automatically moves. So there is some force acting between them, but the magnets are definitely not in contact. So based on this, we can say that all forces are generated out of some interaction. But the interaction can happen with or without the contact between two bodies. So based on this, we divide the types of forces into two main categories. The first category is, no points for guessing, the contact forces. And the second category is the non-contact forces. So in this video, let's focus on the contact forces. So the force that we impart using our hands, legs, or the body in general, otherwise called the muscular force, is a classic example of a contact force. And not just us, but animals also use muscular force all the time to do pretty much anything in their lives. For instance, a cheetah runs very fast because of its strong leg muscles. Similarly, tiger is the apex predator in the wild because of its strong jaw muscles. Now, after the muscular force, the next contact force would be the force of friction. Now, in case you don't know, friction acts between any two moving surfaces in contact, and its primary role is to kill the motion between the two surfaces. To understand it better, consider this. You try to slide a book on a table and it stops moving in no time. Why? Well, friction. So here you can see that the force of friction is trying to oppose the motion that is happening between the book's surface and the table's surface. Similarly, if you try to push a very heavy block down the road, you can barely move it. Once again, this is because of friction force, which is trying to oppose the force that you are applying on the block. Similarly, if you roll a ball down the ground, the ball eventually slows down. The reason? Well, no points for guessing why. Friction force. So you see, friction is the reason why things eventually slow down and stop moving in our world. Now, this nature of friction to oppose motion all the time kind of gives it a very bad press. Nobody likes friction. It's famous for being a pain and slowing things down all the time. But hey, is hating friction a wise thing to do? Well, let me tell you, it's not. And that's because friction is the reason why you are able to stand up every day and take a walk. Yes. So, it's the friction's nature of opposing motion that lets you maintain a grip on the ground when you're trying to push your body forward while walking. If there was no friction, it's impossible to have a grip onto the ground. So, living in a world without friction would be like living on an ice hockey rink. Everyone would be slipping every time, everywhere, whenever they are trying to take a walk. Similarly, friction is the reason why tires in our vehicles are able to roll forward. With no friction, tires would be skidding all the time. You can get an idea about what I'm saying by looking at a vehicle stuck in mud. Because mud is slippery, it's not offering enough friction, and you can see that on such a surface, tires skid all the time. So from here I can say, or in fact you can say as well, that friction is not so bad after all. You know, it's like that friend of yours who's good sometimes and sometimes they are bad. But fortunately or unfortunately, we can't do much about them. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. In the next video, we'll take up the next category of forces, which is nothing but the non-contact forces. Which, by the way, lets your friend do crazy things like this. Okay, that was just for fun. I was kidding. That's fiction, not physics. Anyways, I'll see you next time. For now, let's summarize what we learned. All forces arise out of an interaction between any two bodies. Now, this interaction can be with or without a contact between the two bodies. The forces that come into picture when the two bodies are in contact with each other are called contact forces, whereas the forces that come into picture without the bodies being in contact with each other are called non-contact forces. The force that we apply using our hands, legs, or the body in general, otherwise known as muscular force, is an example of a contact force. Now, apart from us, even animals use their muscular force all the time. Friction is also an example of a contact force. The primary nature of friction is to oppose motion between any two surfaces in contact.